Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. I hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. Now, people, behave. Sorry, there was people in the back causing mischief behind you. I was just like, sort them out. I think this is going to be a serious one. I'm going off piste a little bit. It was since kind of Friday, Saturday, I think it was, being nudged about pensions. State pensions. I don't know, as always, I don't know where this reading is going, but it feels as if there's something a bit dodge, technical term, as always, concerning, pensions and stuff like that. I don't quite know where this is going. There was a conversation with my mother, in fact, and I'll state it now. It's like, isn't it odd that obviously winter fuel and all that kind of stuff going on, and what was it specifically? Obviously, the baby boomers are now getting into their years and all that kind of stuff, getting in there now. Oh dear, and obviously, there's a lot of them. There's no one, behind them very much. And there's no one behind them very much either. And instead of, and I read a statistic, I think this is where it came from, around about Friday, where originally when the state pension came involved, it was like 5.5 people per one pension paying for it. And so it was very kind of fair. And I think at the moment, that's whittled down to about 3 people per pension being paid. And there was something like months ago as well concerning Rachel Reeves starting to use or allowing to use pensions as a pot to kind of go into the stock market or investments and stuff like that, kind of changing the rules or raiding the actual pots. There was something, don't quote me on that, there was something to do with, there's a lot of things about pensions is basically what I'm saying recently. And it's just like, there's something here. So I don't know where this is going. There's very kind of like the energy around it, the feeling around it is basically pure panic. And it's just one of those situations where I know it's a left field, I know I'm jumping the queue, but it just feels like it's a reading that needs to be done and just work out what on earth is going on. All right? So, it may not be as happy, joy as normal, as we try and do on this channel. But, as always, when serious subjects come up, we'll do serious things. You see what I mean? We don't have to be serious all the time. So, just so bear with me while I'm doing this one, because like I said, this feels like it's going to be a bit of a zigzag all over the place kind of reading. Kind of being warned that we may have to kind of go, right, okay, we're gonna go over here now as on a tangent or something. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. So I hope you're doing it well anyway, and all that jazz. And thank you to everybody who's liking the videos and we're trying to get to. I know most people try and go to, going to like 10,000 subscribers or do this, that, and the other or whatnot. I'm just happy to try and get to 2,000 views per video. We're getting there. We're doing quite well. So thank you to everybody who's joined us on that and doing that and all that jazz and sharing it out and all that stuff. That's beautiful stuff. Thank you so much indeed for your generosity, your kindness, and sharing it about. So, what's going on with this pensions thing? For the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Always be appreciative. Even the energy is feeling quite clunky. This could be, right, strap in. In fact, if you haven't already, pause the video, go and get yourself a coffee or a cup of tea, get yourself, your favourite biscuits, treat yourself, have a little bit, a jammy dodger or something. Come back, bring it with you, sustenance. We might be here for a little bit. I don't know. So just get provisions for a little bit. So here we go. Pensions. King of Wands, vision, intent, ideas. This feels like previously in pension world. Okay. The concept, the idea, the possibilities, the options. 10 of Wands, accomplishment. So the change has happened. Whatever this is, 7 of Wands, perseverance, Tower. There's the screw up. There's something here, like I said in the introduction, there's something here where it's like, it's like theoretical kind of economic BS stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, in theory, this should work out fine and doobly-doo and whatnot and stuff. And then before you know it, it's just, it feels like too exposed. That's what she said. Trying to keep it light. Rules and regulations, Hierophant here. So there's something, and if you know more about this, please put it in the comments down below. But it just feels very strongly, and the doubling back with like the conversation with my mum, it's just very odd. There's phenomenal amount of pensioners coming to age now, as it were. Being matured to a fine wine. Okay, I'm getting there, and paid in should get out, right? Everybody knows for a reasonable amount of time now that the money being paid by my generation and younger and all that paying in are not being stored away. It's paying for the pension now. There is no storage there. There is no. It's not going to a nest egg or anything like it was kind of supposed to, what it was sold on, that kind of stuff. That changed a couple of years ago. So it's in and out. There's no savings there. And it's just very fascinating to me that now this huge kind of the baby boomers are now getting to that age. So it outnumbers people, all this kind of stuff, even though you got free university and you got free, I'm not blaming you, all right? I'm not. I'm just like you. You got houses at like tens of thousands instead of hundreds of thousands. I'm not blaming you. I'm not. It's just circumstance. It's fine. Don't worry. You enjoy you. You do you, boo. Why I order. But it's now got to a point where, and this is what spurred the conversation with my mum. Mother, that one, right? It's just like she brought up this, obviously, the dying bill, assisted dying in Parliament. And I said, did you know that exactly the same time, almost identical bill is being debated and stuff in the Scottish Parliament as well? It's just very odd that they're all at the same, they're all doing the same thing at the same time, was being brought in by, I think it's called a members bill. So it's like through the back door to debate it and stuff like that. And it was just, and she was like, oh, no, I didn't know that. Oh, no. Because she sounds exactly like that. Close your eyes. If you're not driving, close your eyes. That is exactly, oh, no, I didn't realise that, no. And she gnaws on her jammy dodger. But the only place, and through all this, the only place this is what I've learned, the only place in the United Kingdom, technically speaking, United Kingdom, that has assisted dying is the Isle of Man. And one of the, I learned something on the radio, and the only reason, or one of the preventions or that kind of thing to safeguards that they implemented there is you have to live on the island for 5 years. So not only do you get tax breaks galore, but also at the end of it. But yeah, it was just fascinating. It's the only place in there. They were just happening to talk to one of the people from their parliament or their whatever it's called. I'm sorry, I'm being ignorant, but whatever they've got was being interviewed on the radio, and so I was like, oh wow, interesting, fascinating. I didn't realise that. I've learned something. I like learning things. So this here, the rules and regulations and stuff like this feels in the past. Okay. So the King of Wands, this is the vision, this is the idea, this is the concept. We've changed the rules, as it were. And it was an accomplishment and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Star card, divinely guided, but the worry is there. The snapback is happening. Whatever this is, whatever foolishness they've done, it's over here, coming back to bite them. Okay. Interesting also, the star card is in the middle. So it's like divinely guided. It's kind of like there is... It feels as if the pushback is divinely guided. Okay, and this is kind of like that where the battle commences is here. So, yeah, this over here just feels like technocratic kind of Excel spreadsheet. Over here, is the implementation or the snapback, like I said. So let's Two of Pentacles, trying to balance it out. Six of Cups wants to take it back to the original, the way it used to be, with the rules and regulations. Ace of Cups, new opportunity, new new project, new way forward, new it's got the light bulb on it, similar to the Ace of Wands, the aha moment, the light bulb moment. Okay, but it's from a it's more from a compassionate way, if you get me. Overarching energy, Eight of Cups, moving on. Okay, Nine of Cups, wish coming true. So this speed ramp over here. I know I don't normally use this, but I feel like I need to do the Kipper deck. One on this side, one on this side. Can I have like I said, we're going to go all over the place, so bear with me, because this is very complicated already. And for the new boys and girls, this is the base reading. This is not normally what we normally do. Well, this bit is, but now we're going to go off on a tangent and find out what's going on, because the King of Matches and the Tower feel as if... Can I have King of Matches, King of Wands, please? King of Matches, King of Wands, clarification, please. It feels like they need one of these each. That one. Concern. Tower. Can we clarify the Tower? One card for the Tower, please. So they can see already happening. It's already... One for the Tower? No? One more? We always try 3 times, and then it was like, I'll give up. It's obviously not. Tower. Can we have one for the Tower, please? Okay, fair enough. I felt like there needed to be one on each side, but there we go. So we've got Concern on this side. I'm intrigued with the Dinky deck about this Hierophant. Let me just go and clarify the Dinky deck. So I hope you're doing well and all that kind of stuff. It's just one of those situations where I think the more this is coming in, it was to save something here that's trying to save or put the regulations or new rules in with the Hierophant, law and order, in the short term to save something. But it's now had the pendulum has swung so far the other way that it's detriment type thing. Yeah? Hierophant. Can we clarify the Hierophant, please? And then we'll get the prediction deck out and have a play with them. But I just want to make sure that we're covering everything with the base reading on this reading, if you get me. Because it feels like what's coming up, Star in reverse, what's coming up, we need to know this kind of technical stuff. 5 of Cups in, so I was going to say in reverse. 5 of Cups underlining energy. No security with the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Short-term win. Hollow victory. Exactly. There's some sort of changing the rules, which meant that, okay, fine, we saved the day. Yeah, way. But there was no one went back to finalize it or sort something out. So you've got a situation where they're not saving for the pensions. All the money coming in is going straight out for the pensions with the triple lock. I'm not having to go. I'm just saying. On the other hand, they're both major parliaments, not all of them, obviously Wales, Northern Ireland, we still love you, are pushing through this quite vigorously, I would say, this assisted dying stuff, because it's quite literally to get down the numbers. It's like mathematically this gets absurd very quickly. This is yeah. Let's have a look at this. Disaster. Well, excuse me. There's a couple of people keep saying that the cough, which that one was quite literally from nowhere. All the ones that come from nowhere, is like my throat chakra. It's like I'm speaking truth and stuff like that. Thank you for it. Like there are a lot of comments saying, "Don't worry." That's what you sound like. Don't worry. It's all it's just a sign. And and it was like one of those situations that I know it's a sign. The issue is I can't mute my mic or anything like that because of people wearing headphones and stuff, listening and watching these. And I feel like it's a bit kind of dodgy. I don't want to ruin your experience. So for me, it was like, oh no, that's the real panic on it. So yeah, the whole pension system here with confirmation is absolute wrecked. It's disaster. It's almost like stealing from Peter to pay Paul kind of energy I'm getting over here. And this attempt down here with the Two of Pentacles to balance it out and all that kind of stuff is just this is what we're here for, right? This is the pushback. Okay, sinking ship, like, isn't it everything? Here's the breakthrough. Okay, on this side, whatever this tower is, which feels like an actual event. It could be it could be another financial crisis. It could be, that kind of thing, which we are kind of due for one. It feels as if this exposes the true extent of this. It feels like I've just seen pirate ships, so it's like pillaging the pension pots. Pensions. So it's to pay for things and do things and all that kind of stuff. There's something. It's like this is. I will say this now. Okay, this feels like it's been kind of going on for years, both colours. Okay, so Labour, like Tony Blair, that kind of thing, all the way through. Okay, it feels like both colours, but something Rachel Reeves did, or signed, or put into be like as a policy or whatever, has kind of not just escalated it, but ballooned it into such an extent that it is just craziness. Business tycoon returns to normal. So there is this snapback. Overarching energy, the big city, downgraded. This business, it feels as if they're investing into something. Obviously, it's money and pension. pillaging pensions and stuff like that. But it is, this business tycoon doesn't feel like a normal business tycoon. He feels like it feels like, as an example, this is just an example, feels like someone who runs a council or is building HS2 as an example. It's not really a business. It's more of a policy. It's more of a project. It's more. I hope that the distinction there makes sense. It feels as if whoever that is, there is profits at the end of it, but it's like the go-between, the project it's being kind of filtered through is the NHS would be another example. It's more public than private. It's something, but it goes back to the coffers of the not the pension, sorry, the profits of industry. Okay, so. But it does return to normal, which is brilliant. This breakthrough, even though this tower feels like it's going to be quite painful, and it feels like it's not just. I want to clarify that specifically, just so for people watching this, okay, that tower doesn't feel specific just to the pension. That tower feels like it is kind of a universal event. It feels like like I said, like a financial crash, that kind of thing. It feels like but it exposes this problem. It exposes the fiddling of the books that has been going on here. Okay, so I just want to make sure that is clarified in that respect. It's almost as if what was said over here. Sorry, I'm really trying to get deep into the energies on this one because I feel it's really important. Whatever this was, what Reeves did in the kind of, we're going to use the pensions, working people. Sorry, Reeves. I'm going to use the pensions and we're going to exercise them more and we're going to invest them more and that kind of thing. On paper, that sounded good. To invest into local businesses and the stock market and all that stuff. However, it feels as if and sorry, ISIS have just popped up there, cash ISIS and stuff. That was also this weekend as well, which, like I said, there was a lot this weekend that's inspired me to do this. So on paper, what she announced, this policy, which is a hollow victory and there's no security and it's not divinely guided, right? Absolute disaster, which is now bringing concern. We know this, okay? This, on paper, was it's just going to go from here to here to the stock market and, that kind of thing, okay, on paper. What's actually happened is that it's like investing, and I know this doesn't sound right, but I'm just gonna say it but I know you technically can't do it. It's like the shares are into HS2 project or NHS. I know you technically can't, right? NHS, but it's that kind of feeling there. It's that kind of energy. So on paper it looks like an investment, but actual fact it's just propping up something. And so there is no return on that investment for the pension pot originally. Do you see? That's, I think, is the main. The money's gone. It's not secure. It's not. Do you see what I mean? It's that kind of energy. I'm being called again to the tea. Let's go to the tea leaf, which is actually perfect. The bloody tea leaf. I'm going to go with that pile. I feel like only one pile is needed on this one. But I said that yesterday, and it went on for forever. But let's have a look. Any more messages? Let me just put these in piles and cut them and all that kind of. Any more messages for this spread, please? Any messages for this spread, please? Thank you. So yeah, if you're enjoying this type of reading, I know it's very different, a bit longer. Please thumb me like. That's what she said. Thumb me like. It generally helps out the channel, and thank you for hundreds of people each video. Thank you. It genuinely helps out. And if you're new here, please subscribe, ding-a-ling the bell. Normally it's much more fun than this, but it's a bit more important. I feel like this feels like proper important type thing. So let's have a look here. Stalk, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. What were we saying? Financial pinch with the lobster. Oh, you can't see the stalk. Sorry. Okay, it's on my little shelf in front of me. I have a little space that I can shuffle and stuff like that. It's on there. It's on that little bit that you can't see. I didn't realise. Happiness in reverse, by the way. So stalk, lobster, financial pinch. Okay, so literally what we were talking about over here. I'd hate to say I told you so, but there you go. What have we got here? Staff, you'll be taken care of in a difficult times. That's the breakthrough. Okay. So whatever this stealing, this kind of whatever this is, bunny floppy is stealing this Peter to Paul kind of thing. Whatever that is going to be paid back. Diamond, you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Interesting. That's pretty much slap bang in the middle there. I found coffee. I told you we'll be here for a bit. Cheers. Specifically after this Peter to Paul, you'll be receiving and giving a precious gift. Coffee. And we've got March. That feels like next year as we post this. And it feels like the end of the year accounts, the kind of realization of a certain substance hitting certain types of fan type thing, kind of the situation here, how far it's gone. It's interesting as a diamond, which is kind of like I'm seeing it as a star as well. We've got the star out twice. It's just anyway, kind of like the sparkle. Because obviously the diamonds in the sky, that's that's what I was getting there. I had what's his name? I'm going out to see the spirit in the sky. Sorry, but it's Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I was mixing in my head there. For some reason, I was mixing Gareth Gates, Spirit in the Sky. Not even the original, the cheesy knockoff. With Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Beatles. So not the Elton John, the Beatles version. And it was like, that's why I was getting confuddled. If there's a meaning that you can come up with in that one, please put it in the comments down below. Because I'm like, that's not Paul McCartney. What the hell's that? Oh, it's Gareth Gates. Oh, God, this is embarrassing. Anyway, so I'm sure he's a lovely lad, but it's just like, it's not It's not my first choice of musical repertoire. Anyway, so let's go with. I feel like we don't need to do the Kipper deck anymore. Let's go with the outcome and then the cartoon clarity. But that so we're ahead of the curve on this one. A little. It's happening now. The crap is happening now. But I feel like March at the end of this year, kind of doing the like tax returns and the end of businesses and all that, expenses and blah blah blah. It's all going to start coming back. The all coming home to roost, as it were. Okay. So, but it will return to normal. It will kind of. It will kind of be all right eventually. So, let's have a look at this. Outcome to this reading, please, for pensions. For the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. So, they feel good now. Right. So, we've got outcome. Ten of Swords, the betrayal. Exactly what we were talking about with all this other cardboard. That's what we've been talking about. Right. So, in some respects, I'm glad that's the first card, if you get me, because we've talked about it. It's highlighted. It's like, what the deuce? It's like, what? Chariot, okay, spurring on, sorting it out, people rushing in. King of Swords, authority. This feels like multiple King of Swords, authority figures, actual authority figures, people who are in charge of kind of like financial standards, that kind of people. For a second, I had Ofcom in my head, stuck in my head. It's not Ofcom, but it's like what people like that. Calling it out. I think they're already calling it out, but they're like, they're not being listened to. I'm being reminded of, what's his name? You know that film with the Christian Bale? No, not Batman. Calm down. The one where he realized there was the 2008 stock, the subprime mortgages. Okay. He could see it from a mile off. He made this kind of deal. Everyone else around him was going, you're wasting money. This is ridiculous. Blah, blah, blah. I want out. That kind of thing. Didn't believe him. Sorry, I almost coughed there again. And he stuck to it, and he was right, kind of thing. No one believed what, even though the statistics were there and all that kind of stuff, it was like, you're wasting money, you're doing this, that's, yeah, it's that kind of energy. They're already yelling about it. Knight of Swords rushing in. I like that. There's a lot of slapping going on, sort it out kind of thing going on here. Strength card. 5 of Wands. Strangely enough, the 5 of Wands feels like Parliament. Who did what when kind of thing. But they're as bad as each other kind of energy. Obviously not the new guard, as it like the backbenchers of Labour and obviously Reform, and like some people, they weren't there, obviously. They haven't been in control of it, obviously. That, leaving them aside, the rest of them, Ed Davey, all of them were there. All of them were involved in this in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. High Priestess. That's coming out on the wonk. Well, the energies are wonky. It's upright, but the energy is wonky. So it feels like, because we always look at where the cards fall and stuff like that. So these people, it's like their intuition is yelling at them. They're trying to talk about it now. They're trying to, warn people, that kind of stuff. The High Priestess this way is keeping it stum. It's a secret. We don't. It's in like the High Priestess in reverse kind of thing. Almost like disregarding it. It's, don't worry, it'll be fine. It will balance out. Hawk Lady, very lovely indeed. I like when she comes to visit. It's going to work out all right here, in the sense that I'm getting from this Nine of Pentacles. It's obviously the garden here. The pension pot that people originally had will still be there. It will be, the long term. It's going to be fine, all that kind of stuff. So the consumer, as it were, is, and it's interesting that's on the balancing the books of the Two of Pentacles, balancing it out. It's like the consumer eventually will be fine. Okay, it'll be sorted. There'll be kind of cutbacks elsewhere. They will be protected. Three of Cups celebration. King of Pentacles. That feels like, bless him, kind of like a Martin Lewis kind of person. Kind of calling it out, kind of bringing in certain other safeguards that, feel, if it isn't Martin Lewis, it's a third party not connected to this tomfoolery, they're all as bad as each other kind of energy. They're third party, independent, coming up with safeguards, new ideas, new ways of ensuring that the pension pot is secure as best as possible, It's that kind of thing. Overarching energy, Page of Cups. They're flirting with ideas, yeah? It's very similar. I didn't realize that was there. To that kind of energy, underlying energy. Queen of Swords. The truth is coming out cold. And here are the flirty ideas of how to fix it, how to make it better. Fascinating. So, even though this is I feel like this is going to cause here, Ten of Swords will cause anxiety, worry, concern, especially for the types of, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful in any way, but the certain types of individuals that are involved. Yeah. This is going to really kind of what we're going to do. Winter fuel, now this kind of energy. Yeah. However, it will be fixed. It will be fixed. And the fact that we're talking about this pretty much, a good couple of months before it's happening, and it kind of all sorts itself out. It feels like it's drawn out a little bit, mainly because of the tit for tat in the middle here. But the fact that the Nine of Pentacles is right there, Hawk Lady, is like, it's all right. It's going to be whatever you've been nourishing, i.e., you've planted the seed, you've watered it, you've nourished it, your pension pot, in this instance, will be returned. It will be there. It will be safe. It's not been safe, but it's going to be returned. Okay, nothing's going to be, in that respect, kind of taken out. Yeah. This is not the reading that I was expecting it to be honest with you. This has been a little bit kind of off the track a little bit. Because there's something that keeps coming up about long-term pensions and the future of pensions. And it just seems very odd to me that this is more of an actual situation within a year, 18 months kind of thing, which is surprising. Everything's okay. Stability again. See what I mean? With the Nine of Pentacles, it's going to work out all right. Okay. protest. Yep. Interesting, the protest is on the same line as the Parliament. Self-love, self-care, looking after each other, especially on the Three of Cups. That's lovely. And the Hawk Lady, that's beautiful. I like that. Reassurance, that kind of, there was once concern, we're now kind of all right. Okay, it's all rectified. You see what I mean? It's like, that's a lovely balance between the two. All right, that's nice. Strategy. Straight on. Oh, I've got a cough. Oh, that was a cough. That was an actual cough. Compared to the ones normally. So we can now sample it. So we've got a non-cough, and a proper cough. So we now know. We had time to at least turn away and put my hand to my face, as a civilized human being would. I love the fact the strategy, the plot and planning scheming here, strategy is on the King of Pentacles, who, like, if you remember, is the Martin Lewis third party independent kind of, here are the plans, here flirt with ideas kind of thing. Yeah. Here's concepts, here's ideas, here's the truth of the matter. This is I like that. That ultimately I'm quite excited by. Overarching energy, the illness of the situation. Yeah. Underlying energy, played by fools. Dictatorship, but like basically this feels like the bankers over your pension pot. Yeah, it's giving me that kind of vibes instead of the normal kind of dictatorship kind of manipulation behind the scenes kind of shadow world order kind of stuff. Instead, that's giving me the playing over other people's lives kind of thing. I'm going to leave this here for now. I think we're pretty good. I think it's going to be a bit of a road, but ultimately it's going to come out pretty good. It's going to come out really kind of secure. And I'll throw this in. Interesting that the people that are doing all this up here they've got their one of the only people left with a gold-plated, perfectly defined pension plan and all that kind of stuff. And now all this for everybody else's. Strange that, isn't it? They're but yeah, we'll leave this here for now. If you've got any other, if you've been reading along, anything else that you picked up, please put it in the comments down below. That's obviously where you can put suggestions for future readings as well, and vote on them with up or down votes and stuff like that. If you're still new, subscribe, ding-a-ling that bell. That'd be lovely. Come and join the village, the Greatest Good Village, because it takes a village to support everybody. And obviously, thummy like, that'd be gorgeous. But until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.